time itself is a silent song.
Ad Astra Ab. Boom boom! Smile!
Come a little closer. Try not to enjoy the...
Inadmissible evidence! Cha! Say cheese! Motion to compel! Truth bomb!
Come a little closer. You're in for a little shock.
Boom boom! Ha! Cha! I'll remind you again. The law can be both a help and a hindrance. Sometimes the law is compatible with human nature, but sometimes the two conflict. Balancing the two is a discipline in its own right. I'll remind you again. The law can be both a help and a hindrance. The case before us is a strange and unprecedented one indeed. remind you again. The law can be both a help and a hindrance. Smile!
Come a little closer.
Silence!
Ad Astra Abyssosk. Thank you for completing today. Ad Astra Abyssosk.
Time itself.
I'll think about it.
Exactly. But none of them believed me.
There'll be an extra fee for that.
Can we play Bender next time?
Exactly. But none of them believed
I'll
me.
think about it.
There'll be an extra fee for that.
Error.
There'll be an extra fee for that.
There's still a lot of room for improvement with this machine.
Fresh fruit, sweeter than syrup.
You gotta find that balance between.
The Steambird is an excellent publication. They have many outstanding journalists, and the editor-in-chief is always open to new ideas. But most importantly, they pay their writers on time.
tease! Incinerate! Hold that pose!
Bow your head.
Breath of the flame! Motion to compel!
Come a little closer.
Settle down.
Let the record show that I verbally consent to relinquishing these items into your possession. Let the record show that I verbally consent to relinquishing these items into your possession. Melusines are beautiful creatures. They are the pride of Fontaine. Be sure to befriend them and cause them no harm.
You're in for a little shock. Surrender.
Bow your head. Be sanctified.
Boom boom! Ha! Ha! Da! Ja! Incinerate! Smile!
Silence!
Time for your arraignment! Breaking news!
Let the mighty be humbled!
Hold that pose!
Bow your head.
Motion to compel!
Settle down. Be sanctified.
Boom boom! Smile!
Come a little close.
Bow your head.
Let's spark things up a little. You're...
Say cheese! Yeah!
Settle down.
Wrap up the flame! Yeah! Hold that pose!
Company, fall in!
Exactly. But none of them believed me.
Uh-huh. Yep, you're right.
If it isn't my favorite client. It's been a while. How are things? By the looks of it, nowhere near dire enough for you to be needing my services. A shame. No more to be made here. Chat? Oh, I don't know about you, but I can chat for sure. Good luck trying to get me to stop talking. You seem like the quiet type. Are you sure you won't find me too animated? Just to listen? I don't think one person talking technically qualifies as a chat per se. I'm no storyteller after all. I already found my calling in life. I don't plan on spinning yarns for a living anytime soon. Huh? Of all the interesting topics you could choose, that's what you want to talk about? Oh, I see. Thank you. Then I'll start with a client who came to me with a civil case recently. If it isn't my favorite client. By the looks of it, nowhere near dire enough for you to be needing my services. A shame. No more to be made here. Actually, I was thinking, do you want to come fishing with me? Just the two of us, no one else. Not even your little friend here. Why not? Well, if you must know, it's no fun fishing by myself. No matter how many I catch, I only ever get to share them with Granny. Because, as you know, I can't reveal my true power in front of clients or friends. So, whichever way you look at it, it seems you're the only suitable candidate there is. No! Ugh. Okay. I just want to get out and have some fun with you. Peacefully, without anyone else interrupting. Just the two of us. You'll have a chance to see what I'm truly capable of, not just professionally. Oh, really? Then it's settled. I should warn you, though. I have a tendency to view arrangements like these as contracts. No ducking out.
Hey, you're back! So, what's up? Everything all right? Yeah, you bet. Don't worry, I'm exceedingly good at adapting to new environments. There have been times in the past when I've had to make do with a rock for a pillow or just find a patch of grass to lie down on. In the army, you learn how to sleep well wherever you are. Seems so. Time of peace is hard to come by. I will cherish every moment of it. Which brings me to you. I wanted to take this opportunity to express my sincere gratitude for everything you've done for me. Thank you. You've always been genuine with me. It truly warms my heart. Oh, anyway, don't worry. I'm not here to just take advantage and lounge around. I'm ready to switch to combat mode at a moment's notice.
Hello. Looking for me? Sorry, not good at chat. Talking is hard. Hard to find right words. Good. You are strong. Okay, I try to speak more. I like grass more than floor. Floor is big, but hard. Grass is bigger, but it smells good. Oh, and it smells good. I like your cooked meat better than raw meat. Raw meat sometimes makes my stomach hurt. Your cooked meat smells good and tastes good. I want to eat more of your cooked meat. My words, are they all right?
Follow my lead.
Hey, there you are! This sure is a mysterious place. I've taken a ton of photos, and boy do I have a list of questions for you. Sure. Anything you want to know about in particular? Let's see. I know. I'll tell you about the time that Bedazzled caused a huge scandal. They once ran a special report which claimed that the production and promotion of Fanta was part of a sinister plot by the Fontaine Research Institute. Right? Anyway, they put forward a theory that long-term consumption of Fanta makes human teeth and bones incredibly fragile. It would end up destroying people's bodies to the point where they could no longer take care of themselves. Even walking and eating would be agonizingly difficult. Finally, people would be forced into relying on machines just to survive. And that's when the Fontaine Research Institute, who develops all kinds of mecha, would swoop in to save the day and turn a huge profit in the process. Most of my colleagues and I thought so too. As far as we're concerned, Bedazzled makes up things like this all the time, so we thought nothing of it. But it turned out that a whole bunch of people who already hated Fanta were completely convinced it was true. Well, either that or they saw it as a good opportunity to vent their grievances. Either way, after that article was published, the Maison Accord was inundated with complaint letters accusing Fanta of harming children. They claimed that Fanta doesn't just damage children's teeth, but also stunts their growth, discourages them from drinking plain water, and ruins their appetites. It all got so out of hand that Mr. Henry got pressured into doing a public interview with the Steambird, in which he stated that he would personally prove that Fanta was harmless. He declared that he would start drinking 3 cups of Fanta every day until he turned 60. He also promised to publish the results of his monthly physical checkups in the Steambird to make them available for public scrutiny. It really is. We've been joking about it in the office ever since. He's never gonna live this one down. To his credit, though, Mr. Henry managed to turn the whole fiasco into a huge publicity stunt for Fanta. Their sales really rocketed for a while off the back of this. And for all of his big promises about publishing his monthly medical reports and drinking Fanta till he turned 60, well, a few months later, everyone had moved on and forgotten all about it. Hey, there you are! This sure is a mysterious place. I've taken a ton of photos, and boy do I have a list of questions for you. Well, I'd like to take some photos for work, if that's all right with you. I'd love to do a story about that big, plump talking finch, for example. Now that would be an interesting read. Ah, so Tubby's its name. Don't worry, I'm a professional. I always make sure to get people's consent before publishing anything that's specifically about them. Speaking of consent, would you have any objections to the general public learning about this wondrous teapot of yours? Sure thing. If you're not comfortable with me reporting on it, I'll keep it out of the news. But could you at least tell me who made this teapot for you? An Adeptus? Wow! Maybe you could introduce me? I'm so fascinated by the Adepti. I'd love to learn more about them. I hear there's all sorts of rules and taboos you have to observe when you're seeking an Adeptus. Are you able to go over all that with me? Really? Oh, amazing! Well, that settles it. I'll put it in my schedule and come find you when I'm ready. No backing out, okay? I knew you were well connected, but wow, fraternizing with the Adepti, that's really incredible. Now that I've got a friend like you, I'll never need to worry about networking again. An exclusive interview with an Adeptus. Oh, what would a good title be? Investigating an Adeptus? No. It needs to sound more reverent. They'd probably have me thrown down the mountain for suggesting that. Journey to Jueyun. Oh, that's it! I think I'll go with Journey to Jueyun, Liyue's Pilgrim Trail.
Oh, when did you arrive? I was completely lost in thought. I'd quite like to invite you to afternoon tea. I can offer you sunsettia or rosebud tea. And as for snacks, what kind of cake do you like? You guessed correctly. There is nothing I can't create if I put my mind to it. It's just that most of the time, I don't find these sort of things to be worth all the extra effort. But you are special to me. I don't think about energy spent if it's for you. Perhaps instead of asking for your preferences, I should let it be a surprise instead. Oh my, remind me not to add too much sugar, because you, cutie, are sweet enough already. Seriously though, I need to start getting prepared. We can't have you underestimating me.
Have you been well? Strange anecdotes. Rumors of evil spirits? If you come across such news, please remember to share them with me. Alright, I actually just had an infuriating experience. It went like this. Not too long ago, I heard someone talking about a book called Anecdotes of Demons and Oddities. I spent a lot to buy a copy. Who would have thought that this book was all about some dastardly, immoral villain? It was really hard to control my anger. It took half a day to get my breathing and blood pressure under control. The label? No, I wasn't bothered by the book's title. What made me angry was, how could there be such an atrocious person on this earth? If I ran into them, I'd definitely... Whoa. Calm down. You mean, this person isn't real? But the plot's twists and turns felt like they were unfolding right before my eyes. You don't mean I mistakenly believed? I'm sorry. I made a fool of myself.
I'm here. I mean, everything here is really nice, and I'm used to it now, so there's no need to worry about me. Sorry. I'm just worried that if I say everything on my mind, I might cause unnecessary misunderstandings. Alright. Then in that case, I'll do as you ask. To tell you the truth, I'm actually a little homesick. Even though this place is really comfortable and the environment here is flawless, I just can't seem to get used to life here. This is nobody's problem but my own, so please don't think I'm upset with you or unsatisfied about anything in this place. I hope you can forgive me.
Right on cue. I was just wondering whether you might appear. But of course, it's always a pleasure to talk with you. Tell me, what have you been doing recently? Magnificent! Acts of pure chivalry by the sound of it. Oh, how I would love to take up the sword with you, pursuing justice throughout the land. A pity that it will have to wait until some point in the future. But if we're talking about the here and now... Oh, I got it! Why don't we have ourselves a little contest? First to 100 chivalrous acts wins. There are no restrictions on the nature of the act or the beneficiary. But you need to keep a tally. Once the act is completed, it should be verified by the other party. Oh, don't mind me. Just don't expect to win too easily.
This realm is truly begin. If you ever have any questions about the realm within, you... Hard-hitting
Advance! Bow your head. Let the mighty be humbled.
Smile!
You're in for a little
Say cheese!
Be sanctified. The risk is growing, but it poses no threat to me.
Hold that pose!
Fall in!
Say cheese!
Come a little closer.
Advance! Press the advantage!
Silence!
Let the mighty be humbled.
Fall in!
Surrendering allegiance.
Bow your head.
You're in for a little
Advance!
Settle down.
The tides beckon.
Follow my lead.
Welcome aboard this aquabus, one of the most unique forms of transportation in all of Teyvat. This boat will take you from Romaritime Station to the Court of Fontaine. Normally, this line doesn't have many passengers, so you have your pick of the best seats. But you still have to follow all the passenger guidelines. These include not placing sharp tools flat on the chairs and not bringing overstuffed lunchboxes on board. We've had quarrels break out between passengers over things like that. Some even escalated into private brawls. Of course, Fontaine's rules state that if you want to fight, apply for a duel. So, those two passengers were promptly sent to the fortress of Meropede, where they went on to live peaceful, disciplined, and well-mannered lives. So, all's well that ends well, but please do not follow their example. Don't think I'm just a tour guide. In fact, I used to catch evildoers with the Marechaussee Phantom. But because I worked so hard, I was promoted to the aquabus. Now I can watch the beautiful scenery along the waterway all day, and even see Elinas. Everyone's been so nice to me. So I really want to work hard and make all of my passengers happy. So please, if you had any feedback for me on this trip, feel free to let me know. If you look closely, you might notice that a lot of Clockwork Mecha have a helical gear shape printed on them. This means it uses the kinetic core designed by Alain Guillotin. This kind of core... let me remember what the tour guidebook said. These cores can utilize the power produced by the mutual annihilation of Usia and Numa energies. Yep. What does annihilation mean? Is it like being extinguished? Speaking of our Chief Justice, Monsieur Neuvillette, dear passengers, please don't hold back your feelings of respect and adoration. Monsieur Neuvillette is the pillar of all of Fontaine. He never misses a single public trial at the Opera Epiclese, and he still has so much other work to do. And despite all this, he's still so patient and gentle towards us Melusines. To me, it's obvious that without him, all of Fontaine would grind to a halt. I'm just a nobody. I've never even had a chance to speak to him. But maybe y'all get a chance. We've arrived! Has the calm breeze and gentle swaying of the boat made you sleepy? It's understandable. The Aquabus service strives to provide a relaxing journey for all passengers. Dozing off to a Melusine commentary with the beautiful sights of Fontaine around you must surely be a recipe for a sweet dream. Maybe I can take a part-time job telling bedtime stories to kids, or I could just record the tour commentary? Lestow's workshop sells all kinds of curious clockwork mecha, maybe even custom voice recording equipment.
Welcome to the court of Fontaine. Please watch your step.
Passengers, I'm this boat's tour guide, Aval. Aquabus Tour Guide of the Year. Also, 10-time winner of Marishose's Phantom Annual Attendance Award. Marisi Village Cultural Brand Ambassador. Rising star of the Vasari Passage Business Promotion Partner Program. I'm not telling you all this to show off. I just want to make sure you listen to my commentary. Getting a quick lowdown on Fontaine will make sure you can have fun here, eat well, and buy all the things you want. If you like my commentary, please show your appreciation by coming back to the Clementine line. In the past, I've had passengers ride the Aquabus again and again, just to hear more of my commentary. The legends say that a long time ago, before Elenos had come to Fontaine, the area west of this line was open water, and ships could sail straight to the harbor at the court of Fontaine. Sometimes I also wonder, what would Fontaine be like if Elenos hadn't come? The Clementine line wouldn't exist, would it? And I'd have to be something other than a tour guide. Maybe a sailor on a merchant ship? But as it stands, Elenos is still protecting Marisu Village. I really love Elenos, and I also love this job. So no more silly thoughts. Poisson Tunnel gets its name from the nearby town of Poisson. Poisson has a rich cultural heritage. The The success of the Aquabus project was largely due to the support of the local House of Caspar. When news of the project first broke, lots of people along the planned line were very worried. But once the House of Caspar said they were participating in the construction, the doubts gradually disappeared. This must be because the House of Caspar is really fair and reliable in how they do things, so everyone really trusts them. Now that we're out of the tunnel, Maritime Station and the Grand Lift should be visible not too far away. Speaking of the Grand Lift, an engineer riding on the Aquabus once mentioned a mysterious kind of archaeum, which can be used to lift up even bigger and heavier things. That engineer even wanted to use that technology to lift up cargo ships from below Maritime Station as a way of increasing transportation efficiency. That probably wasn't even a joke. After all, in a place like Fontaine, anything is possible. Okay, attention passengers. This tour has reached its final stop, Maritime Station. Seeing everyone safely reach our destination without injury or incident makes me really happy. After leaving the Aquabus, please be careful. There are all kinds of people in the harbor, and you don't want to get yourself kidnapped by some shady character. It's been known to happen. For example, this one time finally, even if you are really good with the wind glider, please do not just jump straight down. Using the lift is much safer. If I'd known that, I wouldn't have updated the freight machinery. It's time to set sail! Let's go! Welcome aboard the Clementine Line. I am top-rated tour guide Avo, at your service. I would like to ask our guests from abroad, did you bring any light and breathable clothing? The land of Fontaine is mostly covered by temperate waters, and there's only a minimal temperature difference between day and night. It's relatively warm all year round. The humidity is also very high, so it's easy to end up sweating even after light physical activity. Some tourists may even find it a bit hot and muggy. Oh, come to think of it, maybe I shouldn't have said the land of Fontaine, but the waters of Fontaine instead.
If you keep your eyes peeled and your mind engaged, you'll find there's always a new story nearby just waiting to be discovered.
You know, Navia Line's Elfin was actually the ace up the Marechaussee Phantom's sleeve. I hear she caught a ton of criminals for the police, and she's the pride of us Melusines. After I was transferred here, one day she put on a new uniform, got on this boat, and said, "Since they dared to kick you all the way over here, then I don't have to stay in the Marechaussee Phantom either." Even though we aren't on the same boat, being able to do the same job as Elfin really is wonderful.
But most importantly, they pay their riders on time.
Legend says that the founder of the Fontaine Research Institute, Alain Guillotin, invented a prototype hundreds of years ago that could think and speak and was even smarter than me. Even though nobody knows where that mecha is today, legends like this have inspired countless engineers and inventors to try to develop artificial intelligence. So everyone's made tons of really amazing clockwork mecha. I heard there's one model of mecha that has gone on to be very successful working in public security. If there really was a mecha smarter than me and more articulate, would I lose my job?
There are lots of journalists in the Court of Fontaine, but not all of them hold themselves to a high professional standard. If you're ever looking to do an interview, I'm your best choice.
You know, I was once lucky enough to see Lady Farina herself stand upon the stage of the Opera Epiclese. Her beautiful performance and rich emotions are so infectious. Even Monsieur Neuvillette was shaking his head in shock. Anyway, I like Lady Farina. I think she's really pretty and very worthy of being called an Archon. If you are lucky enough to see one of her performances, you'll definitely agree with me, even if you're sitting in the defendant's chair.
And the editor-in-chief is always open to new ideas, but most importantly, they pay their writers on time. Lots of journalists in the Court of Fontaine.
Oh no! I almost forgot! Ahem! Well, aboard the Aquabus! Please keep your head, hands, and other body parts, as well as your canes, swords, cameras, and other personal items inside the boat at all times. The Aquabus operator bears no responsibility whatsoever for any injury or loss incurred as a result of disobeying the rules. Maybe it's a bit late for the disclaimer. Anyway, I'm happy you've had an incident-free journey today, and it was my pleasure to serve as your tour guide for this trip. Thank you!
Welcome to the Court of Fontaine. Please watch your step.
work. Please take your seats. It's time for our merry departure. This Aquabus tour is bound for Romaritime Station, and I'm your tour guide, Aval. I'm here to tell you all about the amazing scenery we'll pass by on the Clementine line. Even though I'm not an expert tour guide, when it comes to interesting stories and important places in Fontaine, I definitely know a thing or two. I hope that my commentary will give you a newfound appreciation for this nation, and that you'll be inspired to visit every corner of Fontaine, just like Elfin was.
The Steambird is an excellent publication. They have many outstanding journalists, and the editor-in-chief is always open to new ideas. But most importantly, they pay their writers on time.
Poisson Tunnel is right ahead of us! The success of this project spurred the development of a whole new generation of clockwork technology. Having said that, the Fontaine Research Institute is rich and powerful and has access to all the energy they could ever need. By comparison, the clockwork mecha that were later made available to ordinary folks aren't nearly as powerful. To reduce the cost of clockwork mecha, the manufacturers used cheaper materials and made the mecha run on energy sources that weren't even close to the Institute standards. This means that the clockwork mecha used by the public can't do too much heavy work, but maybe it's a good thing. Otherwise, the workers might have to compete with clockwork mecha to keep their jobs. When the Clementine line was first completed, the lighting in this tunnel was really bad. All dark and creepy, and some younger passengers were so scared they cried. Understandable, right? Lots of kids are afraid of the dark. In Fontaine, as long as kids put a Maréchaussée Phantom Melusine doll next to their bed, or wear a Maréchaussée Phantom pendant, then they won't be scared of the dark. Why? Because in the fairy tales, the Maréchaussée Phantom dispels the phantoms lurking in the darkness. I only learned recently that most humans can't breathe underwater. Apparently, only people with visions can breathe in Fontaine's water. Most ordinary people need special masks and bottles of air. I'm so lucky to be born a Melusine. I can find delicious tea dalga to eat whenever I want. It's great. After a leisurely, relaxing tour, we're finally at the final stop of the Clementine line, Romaritime Station. Please exit the aquabus in an orderly fashion and don't leave any personal belongings on the boat. If you find out that you've left something behind in Fontaine, then even the lost and found won't be able to help you. Oh, also, I don't recommend buying same-day tickets for the ships, since all the good seats sell out in advance. Most of the ships here go to less hospitable overseas ports, so you'll want to make sure you're well rested and ready for your onward journey through the desert when you arrive. My personal advice? Rest here in a hotel for a few days and only leave when you've managed to reserve a good cabin on a ship.
Yep, you're right.
Exactly! But none of them believed
There'll
me.
be an extra fee for that.
I see the value in my own work, but I also see the meaning in all the endeavors of the people of Fontaine. I believe I will continue to take
can we
pride
play
in
Banker
fulfilling my
next time?
duties.
Yep, you're right.
Exactly! But none of them believed me.
There'll be an extra fee for that.
Yep, you're right.
Exactly! But none of them believed me.
There'll be an extra fee for that.
I'll think about it.
Can we play Banker next time?
Yep, you're right.
There'll be an extra fee for that.
Error.
Exactly! But none of them believed me. I'll think about it.
Melusines are beautiful creatures. They are the pride of Fontaine. Be sure to befriend them and cause them no harm.
Exactly! But none of them believed me. I'll think about it.
Can we play Banker next time?
Yep, you're right.
There'll be an extra fee for that.
Exactly! But none of them
I see the value in my own work, but I also see the meaning in all the endeavors of the people of Fontaine. I believe I will continue to take pride in fulfilling my duties.
There'll be an extra fee for that.
Exactly! But none of them believed me.
Can we play Banker next time?
Yep, you're right.
I'll think about it.
There'll be an extra fee for that.
Exactly! But none of them believed me. I'll think about it.
Uh-huh. Yep, you're right.
There'll be an extra fee for that.
Melusines are beautiful creatures. They are the pride of Fontaine.
None of them believe
Be sure to befriend them and cause them no harm.
Can we play banker next time?
I'll think about it.
there'll be an extra fee for that. Exactly! But none of them believe me!
Rebooting.
Uh-huh. Yep, you're right.
I'll think about it.
I see the value in my own work, but I also see the meaning in all the endeavors of the people of Fontaine. I believe I will continue to take pride in fulfilling my duties.
Can we play banker next time?
Exactly! But none of them believed me!
Uh-huh. Yep, you're right.
I'll think about it.
There'll be an extra fee for that. Exactly! But none of them believed me!
Uh-huh. Yep, you're right.
There'll be an extra fee for that.
I'll think about it.
Water comes in many flavors to the discerning palate. Mondstadt's water is crisp and pure, while water from Liyue has an enduring aftertaste. In Inazuma, the water possesses a depth of flavor unlike any other. Sumeru's water, meanwhile, has a rich and complex flavor profile, but it must be savored patiently to fully appreciate it.
Exactly! But none of them believed me!
Uh-huh. Yep, you're right.
There'll be an extra fee for that.
I'll think about it.
Melusines are beautiful creatures. They are the pride of Fontaine. Be sure to befriend them
Exactly!
and cause them no harm.
Uh-huh. Yep, you're right.
There'll be an extra fee for that.
I'll think about it.
Exactly! But none of them believed me!
Uh-huh. Yep, you're right.
Water comes in many flavors to the discerning
Rebooting.
palate. Mondstadt's water is crisp and pure, while water from Liyue has an enduring aftertaste.
There'll be an extra
In Inazuma, the water possesses a depth of flavor unlike any other. Sumeru's water, meanwhile, has a rich and complex flavor profile, but it must be savored patiently to fully appreciate it.
Exactly! But none of them believed me!
Uh-huh. Yep, you're right.
There'll be an extra fee for that. Exactly! But none of them
Melusines are
believed
beautiful creatures. They are the pride of Fontaine.
Yep, you're
Be
right.
sure to befriend them and cause them no harm.
There'll be an extra fee for that.
Exactly!
Yep, you're right.
I'll think about it.
There'll be an extra fee for that. There'll be an extra fee for that.
I'll think about it. I'll think about it.
There'll be an extra fee for that.
There are lots of journalists in the Court of Fontaine, but not all of them hold themselves to a high professional standard. If you're ever looking to do an interview, I'm your best choice.
There'll be an extra fee for that.
I'll think about it.
There'll be an extra fee for that.
I'll think about it.
There'll be an extra fee for that.
I'll think about it.
There'll be an extra fee for that.
I'll think about it.
There'll be an extra fee for that.
I'll think about it.
If you keep your eyes peeled and
There'll be
your
an
mind
extra fee for
engaged,
that.
you'll find there's always a new story nearby just waiting to be discovered.
I'll think about it.
There'll be an extra fee for that. There'll be an extra fee
I'll
for
think
that.
about it.
The Steambird is an excellent publication. They have many outstanding journalists, and the editor-in-chief is always open to new ideas. But most importantly, they pay their writers on time.
I'll think about it.
There'll be an extra fee for that.
Error.
I'll think about it.
There'll be an extra fee for that. There'll be an extra fee for that.
I'll think about it.
There are lots of journalists in the Court of Fontaine, but not all of them hold themselves to a high professional standard. If you're ever looking to do an interview, I'm your best choice.
There'll be an extra fee for that. Time itself is a silent
Exactly!
song.
But none of them believed me.
An antique's value is in the eye of the beholder.
Time itself is a silent song.
An antique's value is in the eye of
Time itself is a silent song.
The Steambird is an excellent publication. They have many outstanding journalists, and the editor-in-chief is always open to new ideas. But most importantly,
Time
they
itself
pay their
is a
writers on
silent
time.
song.